Today we are taking a look at The Last Craftsman. This game is an adventure RPG simulation that is currently available for early access on Steam. In this game, you get settled into Gear Springs, gather materials, craft items, go fishing, and battle it out with punch cards in the ruined facility. But don't get distracted though, you've still got to stop the Last Craftsman from destroying the town. The current state of the early access version contains several hours of content. Over 100 craftable items, 37 collectible punch cards, the first half of the ruins, 35 tool mods, and 6 secret collectible hats. The Last Craftsman is a fantastic game that offers a unique blend of adventure, RPG, simulation, and crafting elements. And now for some really exciting news. I will be giving away a free copy of The Last Craftsman to one lucky viewer. To enter a chance to win, simply follow the instructions given towards the end of this video. Now let's hear from the developer of The Last Craftsman.
Sure. The Last Craftsman is a life sim game. If you're familiar with Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon or My Time at Portia, it's going to be very, very similar to those games. But it's got tons of unique stuff. I've already had a few complaints of plagiarism and copycats, but I always feel the need to assure people that there's plenty of unique, fun things to do in it that are totally different than Stardew. I started in it was December of 2021. So it's been in development for about a year and a half now. And it's just been me doing the artwork and the programming. And then my friend Chris has been doing all the music for it. Yeah, the item tags are kind of the critical feature in the game. So every item in the game has certain tags on it. Like an item could be fluffy, it could be spiky, or it could be a bed. These are just like descriptors on the item, and those are actually what are used for crafting and other objectives in the game. And what this does, this has kind of a twofold aspect of the game, where one, it lets you do like basically whatever you want and still progress in the game. Like if you need 10 fluffy items, you can farm for fluffy items, you can chop down trees for fluffy items, you can fish for fluffy items, and all of those avenues are going to get you to where you need to go. And it also creates really stupid ways to solve problems. In particular, there's one mission where you have to collect fabric for the doctor in town so that he can like make bandages. And some people early in testing didn't unlock the loom, which is the intended way to like turn plant matter into cloth. Instead, they fished up a bunch of old boots. And the old boots count as fabric, so they could hand those to the doctor to use as sterile bandages. And the doctor's just like, "Hey, cool, thanks." So, well, that was the intention of the feature. I purposely built it so it would go out of my control, and it would create all these circumstances where players felt like they were cheating, but it was still like a totally viable intended way to complete the objective. Probably the biggest challenge has been the UI has been recoded like 4 times. And I think a little bit of this is Godot's UI is a little bit circuitous. I don't know if that's the right word. It's a little bit more complicated than it should be. A huge portion was me just not planning correctly and knowing what I needed when I started it. But for certain things, like the way that the UI is scaled is like super strange and half broken, and if I modify the scale in any way, it's going to completely break it. There's just the UI is extremely finicky right now. I'm probably going to end up rewriting it all over again before the game is fully launched. I'm actually working on a lot of different stuff. I'm hoping to release a new big update for the game at the end of this month. But I have livestock being added to the game. There's going to be all kinds of different cows and chickens that give all kinds of different materials. I'm adding housing additions so that you'll be able to upgrade your house, and there's going to be multiple different basements that you can have that all do different things. I'm adding modifications for the card battles that I talked about previously. Those are going to change the way that your deck works and that certain cards get played. There's a lot of stuff coming. I've been programming for a long time. I started in like 2001 with RPG Maker 2000. And then I grew up with that. I moved on to Game Maker, and then I went to Full Sail University to learn like actual game development. And that I learned how to make games in like C++. Then I switched to XNA, and XNA died and got decommissioned. And then I switched to Flash, and then Flash died and got decommissioned. And then I switched to Unity, and I used Unity for like 5 years without ever releasing a game. And I was never happy with it. Like, Unity is constantly putting obstacles in your way and forcing you to disable certain parts of the engine that you don't need. And then for like 2 years, I just wasn't making games at all. Until Chris, the same guy who's doing the music for the game, just offhandedly asked if I knew anything about Godot. And I told him I'd heard of it, I'd never used it before, and then I picked it up with the intention of learning it so that I could pass some information on to him, because he was interested in learning how to use it. And it only took like a couple hours of working with Godot until I was like, this is everything I wanted that Unity didn't have. Like, it's just, there's nothing in my way. I can just get started and make stuff in Godot, and nothing is in there to stop me. If you want to get the most up-to-date Last Craftsman news, Twitter is probably the best place for that, at Last Craftsman. And I also have a Discord that it would mean the world to me if people actually posted in it. It's been kind of vacant for a little while, but I suppose that's one of the most difficult parts about getting a Discord started, is just finding people who want to join it.
Thank you for watching my video about The Last Craftsman, and now for the moment you've all been waiting for, how to get a free copy of the game. It's simple. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment telling me one of 3 things: what you like about the game, what you dislike, or how you would improve it. That's it. Just subscribe, like, and leave your comment, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a free copy of The Last Craftsman. Your support is incredibly valuable not only to me, but also to the indie developers that we showcase. By subscribing and liking this video, you are helping to support their dreams and aspirations, so please consider subscribing and liking the video. The winner will be selected in 1 week, so make sure to get your entries in before then. Thank you again for watching, and good luck to everyone who enters the giveaway.